Hello everyone, this is Jolly Milk. Welcome to another video, and today I'm gonna give you some quick tips for building. So this video is mostly for beginners. We're here in build mode right now, and usually when we first start playing The Sims, we build those square houses, totally not realistic at all, that just look weird and we don't know how to really build. So this is basically how we build our houses when we first start in The Sims. So I'm gonna show you a better way to build a beginner house that is also very simple. So let me delete that. And first of all, real quick, let's talk about cheats. Sometimes we don't have enough money to build the house that we want. So if you press Ctrl Shift C, you can type motherlode and you're gonna get 50,000 simoleons more. And now if you type testing cheats on, you're gonna be able to use more cheats. So if you type money and the amount that you want, that's gonna be how much money you're gonna have. So that's very important, okay? And now to build a simple house, we can work just with like 2 squares. So you can build a smaller square and then you can build a rectangle, for example. The thing with building is honestly playing. So you can play with shapes, and see what looks the best. So the point here is to have fun. It's not really to be something stressful. It's just to have fun. Feel free to play with whatever shapes you want and then try to build a house out of it. So we have 2 squares and we can even build platforms like a porch to make it better. And then we raise the house up. This is much better than that square already. And then obviously you can add some fences. You can also, of course, add stairs so your Sims can get in the house. You can also add columns to make it more realistic. So I'm just gonna add, let's get this one. And now the roof. The roof can be a little tricky. It can be a little complicated, I have to admit. But the more you practice, the better you're gonna get, so don't stress too much about it. So you can drag using the arrows and make the type of roof that you want. But if you press Alt, you can drag to like a specific height. So the game, when you don't press anything, it kind of limits you to specific heights. But when you press Alt, I can do whatever I want, whatever height that I want. So it gives me more freedom. And also, when you try to make the roof like shorter, not shorter, I don't really know how to express that, but when you try to do that, you can see that both sides are getting bigger or smaller. But if you wanna make only one side smaller, if you press shift and you drag the roof, you can see that only one side of it's being changed. The other side remains the same. So those are like simple tips that really help you to make it look better. And then you can add another roof this way. Let's make it smaller, you know. And then we can even drag all the way over here because of the porch. And you can just honestly play with shapes. So if you don't like how it looks, you just delete it and make it all over again. The point is to have fun. So that's what we're trying to do. So for example, this looks much better than a square, right? And it's not hard. It's not hard at all to do it. And then we can add trims to make the roof look better, and you can choose what type of trim you want to add to the roof. And another tip too is just to watch other YouTubers building, because you learn a lot from watching them build houses. Like, I learn a lot too, and I always try to improve my builds. So that's something that has been very helpful. And let's go to the inside, the interior of the house. Let me just put some lights here real quick. So something in a cheat that you want to use when you're building the interior of the houses is BB Move Object. When you use this cheat, you can place the furniture wherever you want. And it also gives you a lot of freedom. You just have to be careful to see if it actually works. And if your Sims can use the stuff. And also, if you press Alt, you can place it even better. So it gives you a lot more freedom to build however you want. I do not build without move objects on. Is very, very helpful. Another thing really interesting too about the tiles. So sometimes you want to build like a diagonal floor, but you can't do it because the game only gives you a square piece. But if you press Ctrl F, you actually get a triangle shape, and with this triangle shape you can build the diagonal forms. So this is what you can do when you press Ctrl F, so it also gives you more freedom. Another thing that is very useful, sometimes you won't be able to place stuff on top of objects. So what you can do is you can press your 9 key, and that's gonna raise the object up so you can place it wherever you want. And if you press the 0 key, it's gonna raise it down. And also, if you press Alt, you're able to slot the object wherever you want. But then you tell me, oh Jolly, but I can't place it here, it's not letting me. So what we do is we just drag the cabinet, and then I'm gonna place it using Alt. I'm gonna place it here, and then I drag back. So now I have the vase wherever I want. So that's another thing that you can do, and it's very, very helpful. And sometimes, if you don't know exactly where to place the object without the cabinet there, you can get a lamp. And I saw this on Carrie and Connie Gaming channel. They are really good building. So what you do is you put a lamp where you want the vase to be. And now you have an idea where you should put the vase. So what you do is you slot the vase kind of in the lamp, so it's gonna get a little weird, but that way it's gonna give you a sense of where you should put the vase. So it's gonna be very, very helpful. But these are the basic tips for beginners. And also my last and bonus tip that is very, very helpful. So sometimes you're not gonna have enough money to buy expensive houses, and let's say that you want to start your story in expensive houses, but you can't afford them. So usually what you would have to do is buy a lot that is cheaper, and then when you buy this lot, you use the money cheats, then you move out, and then you try and buy the home that you actually want. But that's a lot of work. So what you can do is you can press Ctrl Shift C, and then you type free real estate on. And now you can afford whatever house that you want. So it's not gonna be a lot of work anymore. But I'm gonna end this video here. These were just a few tips for beginners. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if it actually helped you. Don't forget to subscribe and send it to a friend, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.